Hey guys, I'm Jared Clark with Air Guns of Arizona. And even though I'm adorned in high Olympic grade shooting equipment, I personally don't have the ability or the skill set to be competing in the Summer Olympics this year. However, the Feinwerkbau rifle is represented, and more recently, if you've been watching, you would have saw that American Virginia Thrasher won gold. It was with a Feinwerkbau, I believe it was a 700, so it wasn't this exact model, but it was the same company, same internal guts, valving, all of that good stuff. So this rifle has gold medal potential, and it's been proven this very year. So everything about this rifle is just as accurate and precise as you can get. So what we're gonna do today is highlight some of those features, put it on paper, and show you that it is truly an Olympic gold rifle. In front of me is the Feinwerkbau 800 Universal. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick look and show you what all comes with the rifle up front. First and foremost would be this nice hard locking case. And if you notice right here, it actually has a combination. So you can set this to be your specific case with a locking combination that's already included. Opening it up, you do get the owner's manual, and then you also get the Feinwerkbau toolkit. This particular toolkit really helps you fine tune and get your rifle just how you like it for you. And then of course, the crown jewel in this case would be the rifle itself, the Feinwerkbau 800 Universal. And you can see it here in my hands. This is a serious piece of equipment. This rifle is made to be shot at 10 meters. So precision is the name of the game today. This one is made to dot an eye at 10 meters over and over and over and over again. That's what this gun is built to do. The Feinwerkbaus are all barreled in .177 caliber. Velocities will be in the mid 500 ranges in most cases, but extremely, extremely efficient with the air. This particular rifle will get upwards of 350 shots per fill. And if you're thinking that sounds like a crazy high number and you don't believe me, well, I sat down and did it, and it was 365 exact shots from a 200 bar fill before I started to notice any kind of velocity drop, accuracy change. 365 shots. That is absolutely incredible for the cylinder size you see here. The end of the air cylinder, there's a gauge here. Basically 200 bar is as high as you ever want to go. Has multiple points of adjustment on the stock itself. For instance, this one right here, if it's loosened, it'll allow you to take the top of your buttstock and lever it up and down to get it where it's comfortable for you. These two right here, if you loosen them, it gives you the ability to take this whole buttstock, move it out a little bit. When this particular screw is loosened, it allows you to pull the cheek rest up and down, and then up underneath it, there's another screw that'll allow you to pivot it left and right as well. So there really is no excuse on this gun for, oh, it didn't fit me well, oh, it's not my style. It can be made to your style. This rifle will conform to you. The Feinwerkbaus have one of the best triggers, hands down, on the market. It is crisp, it is lightweight, and if we get in here close, we can see that there's two wheels in the trigger guard here, one forward of it and one behind it. This screw right here adjusts the first stage of the trigger. So as I adjust it back out, you'll notice that the first stage is moving, it's increasing it, allowing more travel, or vice versa going the other way, it's pulling it back and making it so where almost as soon as you touch it, it's gonna go off. The dial up front is going to adjust the weight at which the second stage breaks more specifically. Each rifle does come with the diopter sight here. It's a peep style sight in the back, so you do have to get your eye pretty close to it. Then up front, there is an open globe sight that has a floating circle in the middle. The rifle has a single lever cocking action that comes straight up just like that. So right now the rifle is cocked. I would put a pellet in one at a time for precision, being a precision gun, close it, and it's ready to fire now. The applications that you would use this rifle for require a lot of practice, a lot of fine tuning of your skills. And this rifle has a really cool feature to accommodate that without forfeiting your air. So what you have right here is the dry fire mode. So when I push that lever forward, it doesn't allow the valve to release any air. So right now, I could sit here, don't put any pellets in it. I'm just working on trigger. I'm working on a steady hold. I'm just working on a feel. So right now it's in dry fire mode. When I shoulder it, it just makes a click. So no air is wasted. I could sit here and do this all day. And that's a really cool feature that is specific to Feinwerkbaus. Up underneath the stock, there is this rail that's cut underneath. This is so you can add accessories like a palm shelf, a knee cup, a flat bench rest stock, and that's what this rail's for. It's just made so you can have universal accessories within the brand that change from gun to gun. The stock on this Feinwerkbau is the universal stock. It's made for a little bit of everything, but it's not the only offering in the 800 series. They also have the field target version. This one's a higher powered rifle. You notice there's no open sights on it. It's made to put a scope on, shoot a little bit harder. It's got things like a palm shelf or a knee shelf because you do some sitting shots in field target. This one is the Feinwerkbau 800. This one kind of has a little bit of both of the last two you just saw. It's got the palm shelf for bench rest shooting. It's got a scope rail as well as an iron sight. And then it's got this nice piece of wood that runs through it. So those are the options in the 800 line that we carry here at Air Guns of Arizona, and they're all, in terms of performance, gonna be interchangeable. It's just which one fits you better. Having shot this rifle and prepared for this video, I can tell you this rifle will outshoot you and me and everyone else who picks it up. The rifle itself is capable of a lot, and the biggest limiting factor in these is the shooter. So let's go ahead and take this rifle down to our 10-meter range, and we'll test the performance and show some of the results. We're gonna be shooting the rifle offhand, and we have some 10-meter bulls set up downrange. So since it's an Olympic year, and we kind of touched on the Olympics already, we went ahead and set up a true Olympic style shoot. Granted, I'm gonna be the biggest limiting factor to precision and accuracy here, not the rifle. So I'll go ahead and see what I can do here. So this gives you a nice visual for the level of difficulty that these athletes are competing at. I mean, I think I broke the black on one, maybe two of those. Just further goes to show how much talent and time and effort and ability these athletes who compete in this kind of event have. So we showed you what I was capable of offhand at 10 meters. It wasn't bad, but it definitely wasn't great. So I didn't want that to reflect poorly on the Feinwerkbau here. So I went ahead and I took the iron sights off. I put a scope on to help magnify it. We went ahead and mounted the MTC Viper Connect 3 to 12 power scope on the Feinwerkbau. And I'm gonna be shooting it from a stable rest. So basically I've done everything I can to eliminate my abilities. And right now we just wanna highlight what the rifle is capable of. Well, that was a humbling experience. We're punching out the dead center every single time, and I feel like I could sit here and do this all day, 360 shots roughly worth, but that shows the performance of this rifle. So I would take that as I need to hone in my skills, work on breathing, work on steady holding, but the rifle is more than capable of just being a laser beam at this distance. All right, we've set up downrange a reactive target, because let's be realistic with each other, we're not all gonna be Olympic shooters someday. So it's fun to practice and try and bullseye and hone in your skills, and obviously I need some work in that aspect. But what we've done now is just kind of showing you some of the fun aspects. So I got a reactive target, you get a couple people, you go back and forth, we do it at work. It's a lot of fun, and that's what we're trying to show you here is this gun's not all business. There's a lot of fun. Plinking is just an absolute dream with a gun like this. Today we took a look at the Feinwerkbau 800 Universal in depth. We talked about the adjustability, the match grade barrel, we took it down to the range, showed you the incredible shot count it got, the really impressive performance and precision results, and have just given you a once over on a very precise, very accurate Olympic grade rifle. And with that in mind, we'd like to give a huge shout out to Virginia Thrasher. If you're ever in the Phoenix area, please be sure to stop by our shop. We'd love to meet you. That's gonna do it for this video. Until next time, be sure to like us on Facebook, join our email promotional list to stay up to date with sales and discounts, as well as keep an eye out for our next video. Thanks a lot, guys.